Well. Look who's late to their own video. Listen, we're gonna get in and we're gonna get out. No, the video is late, so we're not gonna waste any time um playing around. We're gonna start up top with Luka 11-1. A little bit too cheap. We've been watching him. He's not himself. A little bit hobbled. I'm lying. A lot hobbled. Still, you're still gonna get 50, 60 fantasy points out of him, but um, it is what it is. 11.1K, not hard to stuff in your lineup. The problem with playing Luka is finding the correct value. The value fluctuates every slate, and that's the tricky part. SGA 10.1K. I've been favoring SGA over Luka in my lineups, giving you about the same production: 67, 64, 59 fantasy points. Last 3 games, playing not well over, but playing 40 minutes plus. Listen, he is the team. So I prefer playing SGA because on Dallas, Kyrie could go off. You're not going to need Luka to go crazy, even though Kyrie hasn't gone off. But that's the concept with Oklahoma. There's nobody else going off for OKC, only SGA. So that's why I prefer him for $1,000 less. And once again, he'll be my first guy in. Donovan Mitchell doesn't seem to be he doesn't seem to be healthy enough to play this game. They already have the spread almost 15.5 points. That means that they expect Boston to win by over 16 points, and that means that Mitchell is probably not going to play. More than likely not going to play. And if he does play, he's probably going to be hobbled himself. I don't want to pay $9K for a guy that, that's not healthy enough to play. Kyrie 8.2K. I don't know what he's waiting for. He said in a post-game interview 2 games ago that his coaches told him he waited too long to go off. He went a whole entire next game and didn't even go off. So I don't know what's going on in his mind. I don't know if he thinks that he's Chris Paul. I don't know if he thinks that he's John Stockton. He's some type of passing point guard all of a sudden. You're going to pay 8.2K. We need him to go off. He's not going off. How many times are we going to play him and lose money because he wants to pass balls? Well, that sounded crazy. Pause. But you know what I mean. I'll play him in a lineup or two, but I'm really considering not putting him in my main lineup with SGA. He's just going to screw that up. Jalen Williams, he's going to get, 35 fantasy points, 36, 37 fantasy points. He's an okay player. On a 2-game slate, 7.6K, he's fine. 34, 35, 36, 41, 41 fantasy points last 4 games. What you do like out of him is the minutes, and you like the shots that he took last game. 19 shots. I don't care that he missed 14 of them. I love that he took 19 shots. You're going to get some rebounds out of him. You're going to get some stocks out of him. Yeah, he's definitely going to my main lineup. The minutes and the shots, that's what I'm looking for. I don't care about the misses. Garland, now this is what you gotta always have a game script. Always think about how you think the game is gonna go, and then play players to reflect that. I always tell you guys that. I think Boston smashes Cleveland out of the stadium, out of the whatever you call it. I think they throw them away. I think they chew them up and spit them out. What does that mean? I think that the Cleveland pieces are irrelevant. I don't think they keep it close again because the teams are not close. They played well. They played for Donovan. They kept it close. I don't think they do that again. I think this is a spanking. What does that mean? That means that Garland probably doesn't hit what he needs to pay off the 69 fantasy points. That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, you want to play for every scenario, so I will probably play some Cavs in a lineup or so, or two. But I don't think Cleveland keeps it close. That's just me. If you think they keep it close, that's fine. It's okay to think differently. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just telling you how I'm going about this. I think Boston smashes them. I think Boston realizes, listen, we got to stop playing with these people. Let's get them out of here. I think most of the Cleveland pieces will be irrelevant this slate. Now I'm going to play for both sides. I'm going to have lineups where I think that Cleveland keeps it competitive, but I'm also gonna have lineups where I think that Boston spanks them. That's how I look at DFS. You got to prepare for anything, and it's only a 2-game slate, so it's not hard to prepare for most outcomes. You feel me? You can't prepare for Kyrie not playing or doing what he needs to do, but for most regular outcomes, you can prepare for that on a 2-game slate. Derek White's been playing like garbage. This has been a Drew Holiday series. Now, the problem with that is that Derek White is matchup proof because of his skill set. You know, the things that he does. You can put him on any team. You can put him in any scenario, in any matchup, and he should be effective. I don't know if he's hurt. Don't know if something's bothering him, but he's not putting up Derek White numbers. I can't. This is a 7-game series. I can't sit here and wait for Derek White to do what he needs to do. I gotta go to Drew Holiday because Drew Holiday's been showing up. I don't know if he sees Darius Garland across from him and thinks barbecue chicken, but he's been taking advantage of the matchup. 43 minutes. He took 11 shots, which is amazing. You're gonna get rebounds. You're gonna get assists. You're gonna get stocks. Fire up Drew Holiday. If he fails and Derek White goes off, then so what? But I gotta, fantasy sports is a fluid thing. You got it is always moving and changing. You got to change with it. You can't just sit here and think that what happened yesterday is going to happen today. It's always changing. If you see somebody's doing well in a certain matchup in a certain series, you got to go with it. Like PJ Washington. PJ Washington came out of nowhere, started playing very well. He's been playing well. See what I'm saying? Got to keep it moving. All right. LeVert, LeVert, what's wrong with him? Knee. LeVert is hobbled. He's 5.2K. He's an okay price, but I don't want to play a Cleveland Cavs that's not 100%. You're already in a disadvantage because the other team is better. You're supposed to be a playmaker, and now you're hurt. That is very scary. So we got to pay attention to see if he even starts or if he even plays. Because if he doesn't play, I don't think Cleveland had the chance. Giddy, I'm not gonna waste the breath on Giddy. Giddy should be probably in the G League or in another country somewhere playing because he's not NBA material. They don't. They keep. Now I'm mad. Now I'm getting mad. They keep starting him, playing him little minutes, and then not bringing him out for the second half. Why are you starting him? You're supposed to be coach of the year. You're coach of the year, and you're doing real stupid things like this. This is the problem with the NBA. These coaches just think that they're bigger than the sport, doing all this nonsense. You're in a playoff series, fighting for your life. And you're running around playing games with Josh Giddey, where you could just start Isaiah Joe. You could just start Aaron Wiggins. You could start anybody but Giddey. But no, we don't want. We want to keep. Let's keep everybody on their toes. Who are you keeping on your toes? Because Dallas is about to beat you. Dallas is about to send you out of the playoffs. So who are you really keeping on your toes? We play DFS every day, and we analyze this stuff very precisely, and it almost seems like they're just trying to throw people off. That's how it seems. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but that's how a lot of these things don't make any sense. A lot of these things don't make any sense. Like I watch these games. I watch some of these games more than once, and I'm trying to find a reason why Giddey is being played. I'm trying to find something something tangible that Giddey has that maybe we're not seeing. Giddey's hot trash. Hot trash. Let's get him out of here. Who else is here? If you think Boston's gonna blow out Cleveland, you play Pritchard. Kason Wallace if you're desperate. Let's go to shooting guard. Jaylen Brown didn't play 7-9. No, don't really need to talk about him. He is what he is. Tim Hardaway Jr. if you're desperate. Isaiah Joe 3.4K. You're probably thinking one of Joe or Wiggins is gonna go off. It's about lineup construction. If you have the spot for Joe and the money, you can play Joe, no problem. If you think Boston's going to really blow out Cleveland, Howes is in play. If you think he's going to get a blowout run. If LeVert is out, Sam Merrill's in play 3.2K. He played the last game, and his first rotation he hit a couple threes. Looked like he was gonna do some things, and then he never really got an opportunity after that. It is what it is. Tatum's in play 9-7. Strus is in play 5.4K. Might be a safe play. Plays a lot of minutes. Lou Dort's in play 4.8K. Derrick Jones Jr. 4.4 is in play. Aaron Wiggins 3.9K absolutely in play. Okoro has done nothing. Okoro has had the opportunities. He's done nothing. 21 minutes, 8 shots, 10 fantasy points. 7 shots, 6 fantasy points. He's just another useless another useless piece on this slate. Who else is here? Josh Green. This slate has a lot of value pieces that you need to get right, and that's the tricky part about it. There's no handbook. There's no, you're not going to watch a video and somebody's going to tell you the right piece to play. You don't know who. That's why it's called fantasy. Because I think some people, especially newer people, they want you to tell them, play Isaiah Joe. He's going to give you 30 fans. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of value pieces on this slate. One of these games might be a blowout. The range of outcomes is very wide. You want to play lineups to reflect what you think is going to happen. That's the best I could tell you. Let's go to Power Forward. Before we go to Power Forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, you need help, check out my Patreon, linked in the description. Basically, I'll send you finalized optimal lineups right before a lock. We're doing that for NBA, MLB, PGA, MMA, whatever sport it is. I got you. We also have channel memberships open. Silver and gold get you lineups. Gold memberships, basically you get whatever lineups I play for that day. Silver, you get 1 lineup a day. And then we have super chats, which are available. And that's just like, showing appreciation, all that good stuff. Let's go to Power Forward. Let's wrap this up and let's get out of here because I know I'm already super late. Mobley, 7.5K. He's in play, but he's not any kind of game breaker. You're going to get what? You're going to get 35 to 45 fantasy points depending on what day it is, depending on how he's feeling. He's going to play a lot of minutes. He took 13 shots last game, 9 rebounds. He usually throws in some blocks. Do you want to pay 7.5 for Mobley? He's an okay play. Nothing spectacular. I think if LeVert is out, he's at a bigger disadvantage because he needs that playmaker to get him the ball. He's not any type of point forward that's going to create his own shot. Nothing like that. I don't trust Garland to put the team on his back himself. That's why I'd rely more on LeVert. If you have 2 of them, splitting up the duties a little bit better with Garland, the sole playmaker, I don't know. I would absolutely have lineups for Mobley in it, but I'm not expecting him to be a hero. I don't think he has it in his bag to be a hero if there's no LeVert. Like what I'm saying is I don't think him and Garland is going to take him to the promised land. You feel me? PJ Washington 6'3" going to be very popular now that everybody realizes that he's showing up on the big stage. Al Horford, he's another guy that belongs in the garbage can. He's been doing nothing. 5.3K, taking up space, taking up salary. He's washed. If he has a good game, good. I don't care. He's still washed. Dean Wade, he might need to be aggressive. He might need to do something, not just be out there taking up space. 25 minutes and nothing. I don't know what these people get paid for. Because we went to our jobs and punched in for 25 minutes and did nothing. We get sent home. He came out his first game from injury, 17 minutes, 15 fantasy points. I know everybody jumped on him like, oh, this is great value, because I know I did. 25 minutes, 8 fantasy points, did absolutely nothing. Should be better in this game, especially if there's no LeVert. They need to get something from somewhere, because this team is trash. This team definitely got exposed for being, ostrich poo-poo. All right, what else is here? Because I'm getting upset looking at these guys. All right, the rest of those guys, no thank you. Let's go to center. And let's put a nail in this coffin. Holmgren, 7K. He's a rookie. I got to lay off of him. He's not what I thought he was, but he's a rookie. He should get better. He's okay, I guess. 7K. He only took 9 shots, 40 minutes, 39 fantasy points. That's great. 4 blocks. Rebounds are there. I don't like the 9 shots. SGA, Jalen Williams, check. Should be taking all the shots. Maybe Isaiah Joe if they want to get a spot up 3. Maybe Wiggins a little spot up something. They want to, get some points when these guys are on the bench. But these 3 guys should be doing the heavy lifting. Oklahoma has all these guys taking shots, all these guys doing a lot of things. You're playing too many guys. You're playing 10 guys in a playoff game. That's why you lose. That's why you're gonna lose. They're gonna lose because they play too many guys. What's OKC's identity? Nobody knows. Because they're playing a million guys. Like this is some type of, parking lot game. This is the playoffs. Bunker down. 7-man, 8-man rotation. Everybody knows their roles precisely. That's it. That's what NBA is. Got 10 guys coming in off, 5 guys coming off the bench in a playoff game. Then y'all wonder why y'all lose to Dallas. Charlotte. Chet's in play. Jared Allen. I don't know. Jared Allen. They should just list him out. Like, if you're questionable 4 hours before the game, you're not ready. Gafford, Mr. Locker Room. I'm terrified to play him because I think that I'm always looking for the notification that he went to the locker room. So I'm scared to death to play him. He's an okay play. Either him or Lively's gonna go off. Play one with Gafford, play one with Lively, and cross your fingers and hope for the best. Cornette's in play. The first game he went off. The second game they cut his minutes. Third game he played less minutes. Then he played more than double the minutes the next game. So how do you know how many minutes Luke Cornette's going to play? Because this is what I'm talking about in the NBA. They fluctuate in everything. You can't rely on anything, especially with these bench players. It's almost it. I'm not saying that they're doing this. It almost feels like they do this on purpose sometimes. I think they even played Tillman in one game. Why are you playing Tillman for? What you playing Tillman for in a playoff game? Cut it out. And it wasn't a blowout neither. They played him a few minutes. Let me show y'all. Y'all be thinking I'll be joking. They played him 11 minutes on the 9th. For what? Just leave Cornette out there and let him cook. Cornette wasn't in foul trouble. Let him cook. Whatever. I think that's about it. I think we went over everything. Jalen Williams, the center with a Y. He's an okay play. He's going to get on the court. He's going to play about 10 minutes. Exactly. See? 10 minutes, 13 minutes. He's going to give you, if you're lucky, you get 10 fantasy points out of him. If you're lucky. Because he's coming in cold, no rhythm. So he's going to grab rebounds, get assists, maybe get a block or 2. If you're lucky. If the rest of your lineup is fire and Jalen Williams is your last man in, Jalen Williams with a Y, okay, not the worst thing in the world, but it's very risky. You know what I'm saying? Listen, on that note, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video. Sorry for being late. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon, link in the description if you want me to send you my finalized optimal lineups. Channel memberships are open. Super chats are open. And I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.